a specified constant or estimated population mean or not equals to mu naught or not. Where to test, okay, that is testing of hypothesis. Here the procedure, all of you see 5 steps are there. Testing of hypothesis procedure. The first step is we have to set up the null hypothesis. Okay, here the null hypothesis notation is always this one. Mu is equals to mu naught. That means estimated population parameter is equals to actual population parameter. Always we use this notation. And alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis is against the null hypothesis. Okay, that is depending on question, you can take any one of this notation. Okay, depending on the question or data, you can take alternative hypothesis, any one of this one. Suppose you are taking alternative hypothesis, just a minute, mu is not equals to mu naught. Here not equals to type is there, then the tailed test is two-tailed test. Two-tailed test. Okay. If the alternative hypothesis mu is greater than mu naught, greater than type, then that is one-tailed test. And one more is there, mu h naught, sorry, h1. h1 is mu is less than mu naught. In this case also you can consider the tail test as one-tailed test. One-tailed test. This is the second step. Depending on the data, you can take any one of these three. And third step is level of significance. This means the given data, alpha is given, directly can take that one. If alpha is not given, we have to take alpha is 5%. If alpha is not given, generally we have to consider that as 5%. Okay, that is the first step. And step 4. Here, step 4. That is test statistic. Test statistic. Here first we have to observe the given data. In the given data, population standard deviation is known. Population standard deviation, that is denoted by sigma. Sigma is known. Okay, then the test statistic Z calculated is x bar minus mu by sigma by root n. If population standard deviation is known, we'll use the Z calculated formula is this one. If population standard deviation sigma is unknown, okay, then the test statistic is Z calculated is x bar minus mu by s by root n. Just replace population standard deviation with random sample standard deviation. Okay, we'll use these formulas for test statistic. After that, the last step, conclusion. After getting Z calculated, we have to compare with Z tabular. Okay, see, all of you see this condition. If mod Z just a minute, mod Z calculated is less than Z tabular at alpha percent level of significance. Alpha percent level of significance. This condition is satisfied, we accept the null hypothesis. Otherwise, we reject the null hypothesis H naught. We reject the null hypothesis H naught. Where rejecting means, that is, we accept the alternative hypothesis. We accept the alternative hypothesis. Okay, alternative hypothesis. This is a procedure for testing of hypothesis. Large samples, single mean. Yeah, 5 steps are common, but depending on that one, Only the fourth step may be vary difference. Okay. This is the table values you have to remember. In exam, sometimes they will provide, sometimes they will not. Okay. As yesterday we discussed some problems. Now today also we'll discuss some more problems on this one. After that we'll go to the next topic. Okay. All of you see the question. As all of you see this problem. Yeah. In a random sample of 60 workers, the average time taken them to get to work is 33.8 minutes with a standard deviation of 6.1 minutes. Can we reject the null hypothesis? Can we reject the null hypothesis? Mu is equals to mu means population mean. Population mean is equals to 32.6 minutes in favor of alternative null hypothesis. That is H1. Mu is greater than 32.6 at alpha is 0.05 level of significance. As once all of you read that question carefully, okay, first write down the given data and tell me which test is applicable. Yeah, what is the 60? Yeah, anyone respond in chat box? What is the 60? A random sample of 60 workers. That is the sample size. Asma, what is the sample size? Yeah. Sample size n is equals to 60, right? Now, what is the 33.8? What is the 33.8? Yeah, it is a sample mean. Yeah, the sample mean, okay, x bar is equals to 33.8. Okay, and with standard deviation of 6.1. What is the 6.1? Yeah, anyone respond in chat box? What is the 6.1? This value. Standard deviation. But there is a sample or population. Once all of you read that question carefully, tell me that is sample standard deviation or population standard deviation. Yeah, very good. Sample standard deviation. Excuse me. Sample standard deviation is denoted by S, that is equals to 6.1. Very good, Mo. Very good. And population mean they given. Population mean mu is equals to 32.6 they given. Right? And also they given some condition. Okay. In favor of alternative null hypothesis, mu is greater than 32.6, right? At alpha equals to 5% level of significance. Level of significance. Okay. Yeah. See, all of you observe this data. Now, first all of you see the sample size that is greater than 30. That means large samples. Large sample or not? Large sample. And here they're discussing only one main. That means single main. Okay. Which one we have to use? Z test, single main. Z test. Okay. One main. One main or not? Yeah. Z test, one main. Okay, we'll discuss. Z test, one main. Yeah, very good, ma'am. Is all of you clear? The question is clear. In testing of hypothesis, the questions are like this only. We have to observe the given data and identification is important. Which one we have to use? I hope all of you understood, right? Yeah, we'll check. Z tabular value you can see. 5%. The tail test is one tail test. Yeah, you are right. Yes, but you're right. Very good. Understood? We'll discuss the solution that one. Yeah, first we have to write the given data. Yeah, once all of you see that solution, given sample size n is equals to 60 and population mean mu is equals to 32.6 minutes and sample mean is 33.8 and sample standard deviation is 6.1. This is a given data. Okay. First we have to write the null hypothesis. All of you see here. Null hypothesis. Null hypothesis H naught is always mu is equals to mu naught. Yeah, mu naught is 32.6. 32.6. Right? That means the average time. What is the meaning of this one? That is the average time taken by them to get to work is 32.6 minutes. Once all of you see that question. In a random sample of 60 workers, the average time taken by them to get to work is 33.8 minutes. Okay, but here we are assuming initially hypothesis is null hypothesis. The random population mean is equals to the estimated mean. Okay, this they given. Okay, that is the average time taken by them to get work is 32.6 minutes. Now alternative hypothesis. The second step is alternative hypothesis. H1. H1 in the question they given, we have the given condition. Okay, we have to check this one. If that is not given, generally we have to take mu is not equals to mu naught. If any condition is not given. But in the question they given some condition like this. We have to test alternative hypothesis. Mu is greater than 32.6. Yeah, all of you observe. Mu is not equals to type. The tailed test is two-tailed test. Two-tailed test, right? Here, greater than or less than is there. Greater than or less than. In such a case, the tailed test is one-tailed test. Okay, one-tailed test. Either greater than or less than. All of you see. H1 alternative hypothesis is mu is greater than 32.6. That is greater than symbol is there. So the tailed test is one-tailed test. One-tailed test. After that, the level of significance. In the question, they given alpha. Alpha is 5%. That means 0.05. 0.05. If alpha is not given, generally we have to take alpha is 5% only. Okay, and see that after that we have to observe alpha and the tail test. The tail test is one tail test. Alpha is 5%. See the table values. 5% one tail test. The corresponding Z value is 1.645. 1.645. See here. Here the tail test is one tail test and table value of Z at 5% LOS is this one. 1.645. 1.645. Z tabular value or table value. Now third step is over. The fourth step is test statistic. Test statistic. Okay. See here. And one more thing, all of you observe the given data. In the given data, population standard deviation is not given. If population standard deviation is not given, what is the test statistic for large sample single mean? Z calculated is equals to x bar minus mu by s by root n. This is the test statistic formula. Okay. Observe the data. If sigma is given, just here write down the sigma. But in the question, they didn't given population standard deviation. Population standard deviation is not given, right? Yeah, very good. Now see here, Z calculated is, see this one, x bar minus mu by s by root n. S by root n. We know the formula values. Just substitute in that one and simplify. Substitute in that one and simplify, you can get. As for once all of you check the Z calculated value 1.5238 or not. Yeah, all of you check. As small of you check. Yes, got it, same thing? Yeah, very good. I hope all of you got the same thing, Z calculated. Okay, after that, we have to compare Z calculated with Z tabular value. Okay, see here, mod Z calculated is 1.5238, that is less than mod Z tabular value, that is 1.645. See, if this condition is satisfied at alpha % level of significance, what is the conclusion? What is the decision? We have, okay, we have to accept the null hypothesis. Therefore, the conclusion is we accept the null hypothesis H naught at, what are they given? Alpha % level of significance. Small of you remember, when we'll accept the null hypothesis? When we'll accept the null hypothesis? Mod Z calculated is less than mod Z tabular value at alpha % level of significance. Then only you can accept the null hypothesis. The null hypothesis. Is that clear? This one, how to test the given hypothesis. Is clear? Now all of you see the second problem. Yeah, all of you see the next problem. Yeah, all of you go through this question. Once read all of you carefully this one. As all of you read this question carefully, randomly I will ask some questions, okay, to the particular students. Yeah, tell me what is the given data? Yeah, what is the given data? Yeah, X bar. Yeah, and small n. Okay, small n is 36, right? Very good. Small n is 36. Okay, what is the sigma? Which one? Sigma, that is sigma. Yeah, alpha is 5%, I agree. Yeah, which one? Which standard deviation? Population or sample? See here, I will write the symbols. Okay, so x bar, okay, and sample standard deviation and mu. Yeah, population standard deviation. No, no. Yeah, all of you see here, this line here, a sample of 36 calls. Okay, all of you read that question. Here, identification is most important. A run, a sample of 36 calls has, this is n, sample of 36 means small n, has a mean of 11 minutes. That is, this is x bar, 11 minutes, and the variance. Variance means this is a sample variance or not. Sample variance are denoted by s square. Okay. They given variance. Variance is given. Okay, variance is denoted by s square. S square is equals to 16. And what is the s? Under root of variance. Under root of 14, 16 is 4. As per clear? Now clear? What is this 10? Ambulance service is the population. Okay, that's claimed that it takes an average less than 10 minutes to reach its destination in emergency calls. That means population mean is 10. Population mean is 10. As all of you clear that one? Yes, clear? Population mean is 10 and sample variance they given, that is 16. S is equals to 4. Now that is clear. Now see here, this is a large sample and single mean or one mean. We have to use z-test. In z-test, two things are there: sigma known, sigma unknown. Here sigma is given, sigma is not given. Then which formula we have to use? X bar minus mu by S or sigma. Yeah, anyone respond in chat box? The numerator is same, x bar minus mu, by denominator S or sigma. Yes, because sigma we don't know. Sigma they didn't given, right? Sigma by root n. Okay, very good. Yeah, very good, ma. I hope all of you understood that one. Yes, all of you do it now, this one. And this is an important question. 2 or 3 times they asked in external exam. Because in this one, maximum students, they will do mistake when they are writing alternative hypothesis. I hope all of you understood, right? Yeah, okay. Now tell me, just a minute. I will take. Yeah, what is the null hypothesis? Yeah, any guess? Null hypothesis H naught is mu is equals to 10, right, or less than or equals to 10. That will ambulance will reach, okay, within 10 minutes. In some textbooks they taken that as within 10 minutes. Okay, some textbooks they taken like this one. Okay, no need to worry about. You can take this one also, no problem. Okay, and anyone guess what is the alternative hypothesis? Yeah, anyone? Yeah, once all of you read that question carefully. No. If less than means, see, what is the first line? An ambulance service claims that it takes an average less than 10 minutes to reach its destination. Less than 10 minutes. How can you take less than 10? We can't take, right? Yeah, are you following? The population, that is ambulance service. That's right. Are you understood the point? Yeah, that claims that it takes an on the average less than 10 minutes to reach its destination. Okay. What is the against to the this one? What is the against? Less than 10 minutes, less than or equals to. What is the against of this one? What is the null alternative hypothesis? Against to the null hypothesis. Against to the null hypothesis. Here, what is the against? Mu 10 is there. That is greater than or less than? Yeah, that is greater than 10. The ambulance will reach within 10 minutes. Okay. 1 minute to 10 minutes that can reach. Okay. 1 minute to 10 minutes that can reach. Okay. Here we can't take mu is less than. They given that statement, right? Now following, the ambulance can reach the destination. Okay. 1 minute to 10 minutes. Against to this one is more than 10 minutes. The ambulance can reach the destination more than 10 minutes. The notation is H1 is mu is greater than 10. See, this is greater than symbol means the what is the tail test? One tailed or two tailed? One tailed or two tailed? One tail test. Yeah, very good. One tailed test. Yes, is all of you clear? This is the important. Maximum students they will do mistake here. I hope all of you understood. If you have any doubt, I will explain that point once again. Okay. Now, what is the third step? Third step is level of significance, alpha. All of you see the question. Alpha is given. Alpha is given 5%. Okay, 5%. That means 0.05. 0.05, right? 0.05. Now, the tail test is one tail test and alpha is 5%. What is the Z tabular value? Anyone guess? Hmm, 5% one tail test. Okay, Z tabular value is 1.645. 1.645. Yes, this is the third step. And what is the fourth step? Test statistic. Okay, test statistic. Now, what is the test statistic here? Z calculated is okay x bar minus mu by sigma they didn't given. In that case, we can use this formula as by root n. As all of you calculate that value, we know the values. As all of you do it know that one. Yeah. What is the sigma? Sorry. Excuse me. X bar. X bar is how much? X bar is I think 11. Right? Minus 10 by just a minute. S is 4. S is 4 and N is 36, right? 4 by root 36. Small of you calculate that one. What is the value? 1.5. Sure. Anyone check? Has anyone check? Z calculated. Yeah. Anyone check the Z calculated? As per that is right. Anyone confirm in chat box? As that value is right or wrong? Yes. Okay. Fine. Now Z calculated is 1.5. Now after that, we have to compare with Z tabular value. Mod Z calculated, that is 1.5, is less than Z tabular value. Mod Z tabular value, that is 1.645. If this condition is satisfied, okay, what is the conclusion? Conclusion is we have to accept, okay, at 5% level of significance. At 5% level of significance. Therefore, we accept the null hypothesis H naught. Null hypothesis H naught, okay, at 5% level of significance. Where accepting null hypothesis means, what is the meaning of that one? The ambulance can reach the destination within 10 minutes. What is the meaning of that one? The ambulance can reach the destination within 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes. Okay. Right on that last line. The ambulance can reach the destination within 10 minutes. Okay. This is about the large sample single mean. I hope all of you understood. Right? Large sample single mean. The testing of hypothesis contains only 5 steps. Okay. Now we'll move to the next one. Yeah, the next one is large samples, 2 means. Large samples, 2 means. As one of you put side heading, large samples, 2 means. Okay. The procedure is same, only the fourth step, Z calculated, will be different. We'll use different formulas. The entire procedure is same. Okay, 5 steps. All of you know done. Okay, large samples, 2 means or difference of means. Only fourth step may be different. Okay. If population standard deviations are known, population standard deviations are known, okay, the test statistic is Z calculated is equals to x1 bar minus x2 bar by under root of sigma 1 square by n1 plus sigma 2 square by n2. Here I want to tell one point. Okay, here 2 populations are there. Small of you listen. 2 populations. Okay, this is a population 1 and this is a population 2. Okay, this population mean is denoted by mu1 and standard deviation is denoted by sigma 1. And this one is denoted by mu2 and standard deviation is denoted by sigma 2. Okay, from this population we have taken one random sample. Okay, that is S1. The sample mean is denoted by x1 bar. Okay, from second population we have taken another sample S2. The second random sample mean is denoted by X2 bar. X2 bar. Okay. Here what you are testing, this random sample is drawn from with population mean mu1. Okay, this is random sample is drawn from population with mu2 with same means. Mu1 is equals to mu2. There is no difference between the population means. There is no difference between the population means. Yeah, in real life example, I will give one example. See here, the first population KMIT is there, KMIT, and the second population NGIT is there. Okay, NGIT. Okay. Now here we have to test the teaching methodologies in both the colleges. Teaching methodologies, or simply already we discussed the height of the students in KMIT and NGIT. Here for that, I taken one random sample, and here also I taken one random sample. Okay. By using this random sample data, I got population mean. Okay, or mean of the mean height of the student in KMIT. That is mu1 is equal to something. Okay, and from NGIT, I taken one random sample. From random sample data, I got one mean. Okay, I got one mean. Here also, we're finding height of the student. Height of the student. By using random sample data, we say that the mean height of the students in NGIT is mu2. Mu2. What you are testing here, there is no difference between the height of the student in both colleges. What you are testing? The height of the student, the mean height of the student in both colleges is same. The mean height of the students in both colleges is same. That means mu1 is equals to mu2. Or you can say that the teaching methodologies in both the colleges are same. These are the real life examples we are testing here. So now I think all of you understood what you are doing in this one. Okay. Now we'll come to the point. Yeah, we'll go a little fast. Yeah, population standard deviations are known. Yeah, we'll use the test statistic formula is this one. Yeah, x1 bar is the first random sample mean, x2 bar is the second random sample mean, s1 sigma 1 square is the population standard deviation, variance, sigma square variance, and sigma 2 square is second population variance, and n1 is the first random sample size, n2 is the second random sample size. Only this formula will be changed. The entire process is same. The methodology is same. The procedure. If population standard deviations are not known, then you can use this formula for test statistic. Z calculated is x1 bar minus x2 bar by square root of s1 square by n1 plus s2 square by n2. The entire procedure is same, only the fourth step will be different. Yeah, all of you see this question. As all of you once read this question, the average hourly wage of a sample of 150 workers in a plant A was rupees 2.56 with a standard deviation of rupees 1.08. The average wage of a sample of 200 workers in a plant B was rupees 2.87 with a standard deviation of rupees 1.28. 1.28. Can any applicant safely assume that the hourly wages paid by plant B are higher than those paid by plant A? Yeah, once all of you read that question carefully. Yeah, tell me. Still now we know two things. Okay, in testing of hypothesis, in large samples, single mean and two means. Now all of you observe the given data. Tell me which test we have to use. The identification is very, very important. So the identification is very, very important. All of you observe. Now tell me which test we have to use. Still you are getting any confusion? First, write down the given data. After that, you can observe. Yeah, tell me the average hourly wage of a sample of 150 workers. A sample of 150 means that is sample size. First sample size N1 is equals to 150, right? In a plant A was 2.56. What is the 2.56? Average. See, average means mean. Okay, first random sample mean is denoted by x1 bar, that is 2.56 with standard deviation. That means S1 they given. S1 is first random sample standard deviation 1.08. 1.08. Okay. No. Yeah, see, the problem is not completed. See, the average wage of a sample of 200 workers. N2, another sample is there, 200 workers in a plant B. Plant A is one population, right? Plant B is the another population, not one tail test. Okay. Here, see, plant B was 2.87. That is second random sample mean is x2 bar, that is 2.87 with standard deviation. That is the standard deviation is denoted by S. This is the second random sample standard deviation. That's why we wrote S2. S2 is equals to 1.28. Now what you are testing? Okay. Hourly wages paid by plant A is higher than those paid by plant A. Yeah, see here, two random samples, two means are there. They are discussing about the two means. Two means or not? Two means. And what are the sample sizes? 150 and 200. They are large samples or small samples? Large samples. For large samples, which test we have to use? Large samples. Okay. We'll use Z test. Okay. For large samples, we use Z test. Here, two means. Two means. As all of you understood, the identification is most important. Large samples, two means. That's all of you clear? Now all of you see the solution. The solution part. Given that N1, N2, X1 bar, S2 bar, sorry, X2 bar, S1 and S2. Okay. See, two means are there, X1 bar and X2 bar. And sample sizes are greater than 30. This is the large samples, 2 means. Large samples, 2 means, or difference of means. Now the first step is set up the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis H naught is mu1 is equals to mu2. That means see here, there is no difference between the mean level of wages of workers in plant A and plant B. In plant A and plant B. Okay. Now, what is the alternative hypothesis? Alternative hypothesis. Once all of you read the question, here we are taken plant A as first population. This is the population 1. This population mean is denoted by mu1, and plant B is the second population. The second population mean is denoted by mu2. As all of you see here, 2 populations are there, plant A and plant B. We consider plant A as population 1 and plant B as population 2. Now all of you see this part. Can any applicant safely assume that the hourly wages paid by plant B are higher than paid by plant A? That means, anyone guess what is the notation of that statement? Which one is greater, mu1 or mu2? Yeah, second one. That means the notation is mu1 is less than mu2 or not? Mu1 is less than mu2. Yeah, very good, mom. That's why here we are taken alternative hypothesis. H1 is mu1 is less than mu2. Now got it? The point. If that condition is not there, generally we have to take mu1 is not equals to mu2. I hope all of you understood why I taken here. In the question only they given. The terminology we have to understood. The terminology we have to understood. That is less than type. The tail test is one-tailed test. One-tailed test. Okay. And next step is level of significance. The level of significance is alpha. They given 5% level of significance. The tail test is one-tail test and alpha is 5%. Okay. What is the table value? Z tabular value is 1.645. Z tabular value is 1.645. Okay. That is the third step. And what is the fourth step? Test statistic. Yeah, before going to that one, all of you observe what is the given data. See, in the given sample sizes given, sample means given, sample standard deviations given. They didn't given sigma 1 and sigma 2. We don't know these values. Okay, we don't know these values. In such case, you can use the formula Z calculated is x1 bar minus x2 bar by under root of s1 square by n1 plus s2 square by n2. Right? Sigmas are not known. Yeah, see here. Test statistic. Z calculated is, this is the formula. X1 bar minus x2 bar by square root of s1 square by n1 plus s2 square by n2. We know all these values. Just substitute and simplify, you can get the value. So if you understood that concept, easily you can score in this unit. Yeah, all of you check the value is right or wrong. Z calculated. Yes, all of you check the Z calculated value. That is right or wrong? Yes, I don't know. That's why I'm telling. You got it? minus 2.543. Yeah, okay, I will change that one. I don't know. That is, yeah, anyone check? Z calculated. Somebody got minus 2.543. Yeah, which one is right? Yeah, 6y, one sec. Some others. Okay, you only. Yeah, okay, okay. This is right. This is equals to minus 2.453. Okay. Now after getting Z calculated, we have to compare with Z tabular value. See, mod Z calculated is mod minus 2.46. When you're applying that one, you can get the positive. 2.46 is greater than 1.645. That is Z tabular value. If this condition is satisfied, yeah, this is 5%, right? 5%. Okay. If this condition is satisfied, we reject the null hypothesis. When we'll accept Z calculated is less than Z tabular value, mod Z tabular value. In this case only, we accept the null hypothesis. Other cases, we reject. Here, greater than is there, we reject the null hypothesis H naught at alpha percent level of significance. We are rejecting null hypothesis means we have to accept the alternative hypothesis. See, that is, we accept the alternative hypothesis. What is the alternative hypothesis? In plant A, the workers are getting high pay. See, so plant B, the hourly wages paid by plant B are higher than those paid by plant A. That means in plant B, workers are getting more pay, right? Yeah, I hope all of you understood that one. Now I want to discuss one more problem. Yeah, okay, once all of you go to this question, yeah, once all of you read that question carefully. Yeah, in a survey of buying habits, 400 women shoppers are chosen at random in supermarket A located in a certain city. Their average weekly food expenditure is rupees 250 with standard deviation of rupees 40. For 400 women, shoppers are chosen at random in supermarket B in another city. See, that means two populations and two random samples. They are discussing about the two means. Okay, two means. If you read that question carefully, you can understand. As all of you understood, they are discussing about one mean or two means. Anyone confirm in chat box? One mean or two means? Yeah, anyone confirm in chat box? Yeah, two means. And which test? Yeah, very good. But two means, right? Two means. And all of you observe the sample size. There is more than 30. That means larger samples, two means. Larger samples, two means. Okay. Now this is a question. Test at 1% level of significance whether the average weekly food expenditures of the two populations of shoppers are equal. Okay, once I will show the solution. Okay. Yeah, quiz is there. Yeah, wait. For quiz for 5 more minutes is there. We'll complete this solution. Yeah, all of you see the solution. First, write down the given data. Okay. Yeah, N1 they given first random sample size 400, N2 also they given 400, X1 bar is 250, X2 bar is 220, S1 they given, S2 also they given. First we have to set up the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis H naught is mu1 is mu2. mu1 is equals to mu2. That means there is no difference between two population means. Okay. And the next step is alternative hypothesis H1. The alternative hypothesis H1 is, okay, all of you see previous problem in this one. Previously they given some condition, but here they didn't given. That means you can take the alternative hypothesis is mu1 is not equals to mu2. Alternative hypothesis H1 is not equal to type. Then the tailed test is two-tailed test. The tailed test is two-tailed test. Okay. Yeah, 572. Tell me, what is the doubt? 572. Asmari there? 572. Tell me, what is the doubt? Okay. Yes, okay. All of you understood here why I'm taken not equals to. In the question, they didn't given any condition or any hint about alternative hypothesis. Alternate hypothesis is mu1 not equals to mu2. That is two-tailed test. And alpha they given 1% level of significance. Alpha is 1% and the tail test is two-tailed test. I'll have to see that one table value. Yeah, here the table values 1%. Okay, two-tail test. If two-tail test, what is the Z value? Z tabular value 2.58. 2.58, right? 2.58. Yeah, see here. Here the tail test is two-tail test, alpha is 1%, then Z tabular value is 2.58. And the test statistic. The formula is same thing. In this one also, sigma 1, sigma 2s are not given. Okay, the test statistic is Z calculated is equals to x1 bar minus x2 bar by square root of s1 square by n1 plus s2 square by n2. Just substitute that values and simplify. You can get Z calculated value. This is Z calculated, right? Z calculated. After that, you can compare with Z tabular value. See here, mod Z calculated is greater than Z tabular value. Z tabular value is 2.58. Z calculated is 8.82 at 1% level of significance. If this condition is satisfied, what is the decision? We reject the null hypothesis. Reject the null hypothesis H naught at 1% level of significance. That means we accept alternative hypothesis H1. Alternative hypothesis H1. Right? So this is about the difference of means. But all of you practice more problems. Here I want to discuss one more problem, but time is up. Okay. Yeah, 2 minutes is there. After that, we'll start the quiz. Up to that, if anyone interested, once read this problem, tell me which test you have to use. Yeah, just once all of you go to that question. Identification is important. That's why I'm asking. Okay, first read that question. Okay, the identification is most important. See here, two types of new cars produced in India were tested for petrol mileage. One sample of consisting 442 cars average 15 kilometers per liter. Okay, like uh, another sample consisting of 80 cars averaged, yeah, two tail test. Large samples. Very good one. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, what is the sample size? 42, that is greater than 30, and one more is also greater than 30. Okay, large samples, 2 means. Very good, mom. Hope all of you understood, right? Once look into that one. Yeah, this is a solution. Just go to that one. Yeah, okay, just wait. Yeah, okay. All of you wait. We'll start the quiz.